Jacket on early.
Yep, I'm getting ready to as well. Moving some things around so I can move my computer.
Need room?
I'll have to sit up here on the bench. Catch, ladies. Next time, catch her on the first bounce.
Top of my bald head gets cold.
Stay away.
Yeah.
Got all those stupid pocket hand warmer things at the house. I forget to use them.
I have a couple too, but I don't think to load them. I save them for baseball.
Yeah. He'll be rolling in 15 minutes and he's on the air. Sound check.
Do.
Oh, really? That Preston ones did? Yeah. Oh.
Ready?
1, 2. Check. 1, 2, 3. John. Test, 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 test.
Test, test. 1, 2, 3. Test.
That's good. All right, let me send you some spots.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but confused where to even begin the process? Come to the most trusted and longest established real estate group in Franklin County with Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team.
We've been a proud part of this community since 1979 when my dad, Scott Beckstead, began here in Preston. Since our founding, we've come to know the importance of honesty and promoting a community of giving back. Contact me, Bailey Beckstead, and our team at Beckstead Real Estate for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting.
Since 2005, North Star's Ultimate Outdoors has been Cache Valley's source for fun and adventure. It's here you can find the biggest selection of snowmobiles, ATVs, utility vehicles, and handheld power equipment from the brand names you know, such as Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. The professionally trained staff at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors of Preston. This is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show. Pregame in 30 seconds from Mark. As we'll have a good game today, hopefully. And pregame show will start in 15 seconds from Mark. Pregame in 10 seconds from Mark. Have a good game. Pregame show in 5 seconds from Mark. The following is a wholly owned production of Cook Brothers Broadcasting. It's time for Preston Indian Sports. This game is a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com. This is the Preston Indian Crumbl Cookie pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach, look at the pregame stats, all leading up to tonight's action. The pregame show is sponsored by Crumbl Cookie, bringing friends and families together over the world's best cookies. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and on mylocalradio.com. And a very pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome here to Lookout Field in Pocatello, as tonight the Preston Indians come here to Pocatello and will face the Pocatello Thunder. With 2 games left in the season, the scenario is very easy to understand for the Indians. Win one of the 2 games, and they're sitting very pretty for a potential playoff spot coming up at the end of the year. But that string of 2 games starts here against a Pocatello team they've beaten only twice in the last 19 years. We'll talk more about it as we return here on the pregame show. This is the Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Group pregame show here on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH. We're back with the scene set right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but confused where to even begin the process? Come to the most trusted and longest established real estate group in Franklin County with Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team.
We've been a proud part of this community since 1979 when my dad, Scott Beckstead, began here in Preston. Since our founding, we've come to know the importance of honesty and promoting a community of giving back. Contact me, Bailey Beckstead, and our team at Beckstead Real Estate for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting.
Since 2005, North Star's Ultimate Outdoors has been Cache Valley's source for fun and adventure. It's here you can find the biggest selection of snowmobiles, ATVs, utility vehicles, and handheld power equipment from the brand names you know, such as Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. The professionally trained staff at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors of Preston has what it takes to get you out on the nation's leading brands. The best deals in the best town. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts. 777 North State Street, Preston. Crumbl Cookies, the nation's fastest growing cookie company, is here in the Cache Valley, offering freshly baked cookies for carryout, delivery, or curbside pickup. Just download the Crumbl app or visit their website.
Magnolia Road is here to bring you the latest trends in women's fashion. We believe fashion should not only be stylish, but also comfortable and inclusive for every body type in sizes small to 3X. We strongly believe in giving back to our community, and by supporting Magnolia Road, you are not only embracing fashion, but also supporting the Preston and Westside sports programs. Our team is here to help you find that perfect outfit that suits your style and makes you feel confident. Visit Magnolia Road at our new location, 12 North State Street in Preston, Idaho.
If you haven't been to Woodward's Country Store lately, you are missing out. As proud supporters of Westside and Preston High School athletics, we're here to fuel your day and support our wonderful community. Fill up your tank, grab a delicious sandwich, and get everything you need for life's little adventures. Woodward's Country Store, where convenience meets quality and community spirit.
Welcome back here to the pregame show. Time for the scene set tonight as John Slaughter joins me here on the air as the scene set tonight brought to you by North Stars Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors on State Street in Preston. Well, here it is. It's the game that they look forward to every year, but for whatever reason, only twice in the last 19 years, the Indians have been able to knock off Pocatello.
Yeah, we need to put that 19 years behind us, except for the two. We can try and remember those. But, yeah, it's always been a tough one against Pocatello. They've got good coaching, good players, large student body to choose from. Good school.
And for the Indians, of course, coming off a win last week in conference against Century, a game that they are able to fight back and get a touchdown late from his name slips my mind for whatever reason, Carson Winder in the last couple of minutes of the game. And it ended up being the difference as Preston went on to a 3-point win.
Yeah, that was a big deal for us. We needed that game, but we also wanted it. We knew we could beat them. We've got the talent to do it, and so I hope they come with that same attitude tonight.
Well, they need to play good. They do not turn the ball over, and they need to get a quality performance tonight out of their starting quarterback, Carter Perry. It's the first time that he sees Pocatello. It's the first time he's dropped in the breach of this rivalry.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I think he'll do a good job. He's kind of settled into the position now and so I think he's going to do really well. Like I say, the one thing we want to do tonight, I think, is to get a fast start.
Preston has one game left after tonight. That's next Friday night at Snake River. But right now, let's deal with the rivalry first before we go any further. It's Preston and Pocatello coming up as we'll get to our visit with the head coach, Craig Cunningham. That's coming up. Thanks to our friends at Evergreen Financial. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial in Preston. Set your appointment today at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Now also with an office in Pocatello. We'll be right back on this Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian football.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
In 1996, my father, Jay Moyle, started producing gourmet beef jerky in the foothills of Clifton, Idaho. Now, over 20 years later, Papa Jay's beef jerky is a staple of the Franklin County community. Family run since the beginning, the modern way of making jerky here at Papa Jay's is the old-fashioned way. Absolutely no shortcuts are taken in producing the finest quality and most delicious smoked meat you can find. Come over to Papa Jay's and bite into a tender, flavorful stick of Papa Jay's, and your view of jerky will never be the same. 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
Whether you're an athlete looking to treat strained or sore muscles, a multitasking mom seeking balance, or just looking to boost your mood and nutrition, Butterfly Express is here for you. Experience the soothing scents and holistic benefits that cater to both your body and mind with our wide selection of essential oils, herbs, and supplements. And the best part is, unlike other big brand companies, Butterfly Express is affordable and local. Visit us in Clifton or explore our collection online at butterflyexpress.shop and use the promo code KACH10 for 10% off all regularly priced items. Quality doesn't have to be expensive. Butterfly Express Essential Oils.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
Bought my first truck from here in 1992 when I was 14 years old, and been buying trucks and a few cars ever since. I'm always referring friends, family, anybody I talk to West Motor Company.
We have a good time here, we have a great team of employees that we encourage them to have fun. Play at work is kind of one of our mottos.
West Motors will treat you like family.
WestMotorCompany.com.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
And welcome back here to the pregame show as we slide into the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Evergreen Financial Partners, as we talk with head coach Craig Cunningham on this important week for the Preston Indians this week. It's, we say it's an important week, and it truly is, with not only is it Pocatello, but it's your second of two conference games, and you won the first one. So, yeah, this is a big week.
It's a huge week. You can't deny it. But that's what you hope for when you get started, and you hope by this time of year you're playing for something important, and we are. And I'm happy that we've been able to set ourselves up for this opportunity.
I mean, you hope that you're in a position like this, but when your season started, did you think you were going to be in a position where you're one win away from either winning a conference regular season title or at least qualifying for postseason?
That was absolutely our goal as a team. That's why we've been putting in so many hours in the off season, preseason, and now. And so I thought we'd have a chance, yeah.
Last week against Century, kind of a back and forth game, but the kids really showed their muster in the fourth quarter.
They did, and obviously we underestimated Century a little bit. They really are quite a bit better than they look on paper because of the schedule that they've had. They've really played excellent teams all season, and so you look at that record and think, well, it's going to be easy. And luckily, we didn't let our frustration boil over too much on the sidelines. We kept our composure for the most part, kind of got back to executing a little bit, and we're lucky to get a narrow escape there.
So you get Pocatello this week, and it's like we already mentioned, it's already a big game, but it's against a team that you've had marginal success, if that, you could say, over the last 15 or 20 years.
Oh, absolutely. You'd like to call it a rivalry game, but it's not a rivalry when you've only won 2 out of the last 19 games in 19 years, So it is something we would like to create as a rivalry by winning this one and kind of pushing towards that. That means we will have won 2 times in the last 4 years, I think it is, or 5, something like that. And then that's getting a little bit closer to where we'd like to be as a program.
This is a team that also has played a very difficult schedule, and you look at what they've done on paper, and that's kind of marginal. They've kind of gone both ways as well.
Yeah, again, but it's because of that schedule that they've played. They've played a tough schedule, teams that are very hard to score against, so we're not taking them one bit lightly. We know how good Pocatello is.
What does it mean to go over and play on a new field that none of the kids have been on yet?
We play on enough turf fields. I don't think that is going to mean anything. It's a very nice field. I've seen it in person last year when we went there and played it with some JV and freshmen, and it's an awesome field.
So, what do you look for at the end of not this week, but the end of next week? I mean, are you looking to be in postseason? Is not knock on wood that you're able to win one of these 2 games and at least get an at-large bid?
Absolutely. That's why you do this in the first place. You want to play in games that matter. You want to play in November, and that's what our goal is. Obviously, it'll be a disappointment if we're not able to achieve that.
These kids have stepped up when they needed to in very big times.
Mm-hmm. They have, and that's the nice thing about this team is being able to keep their composure in difficult situations, in seemingly situations where it look almost hopeless, and yet pulling out victories in a surprising fashion.
Just like the game against Century last week. You get down into the second half, into the fourth quarter, and all of a sudden it's Winder left, Winder right, and Winder up the middle. Yeah,
and give credit to our offensive line, too. They did an awesome job during the whole game. And those last 3 plays on that last scoring drive, they really pushed people around. And of course, Winder ran as hard as he always does. But I was so impressed with our line, too, because not only on that drive, but throughout the game, they did a good job. And I don't think they gave up a sack, which was awesome.
That is a good thing. Well, hopefully we'll see if we can put up another W this week here against Pocatello this week.
Yeah.
And see if we can lock ourselves in for the playoffs and not have to come up with a win on that last night.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Mine too.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for your time.
Yep.
Coach Craig Cunningham with us here on the Postgame Show. We'll take a timeout. We'll have more right after this. Calling all cookie lovers. Crumbl, the nation's fastest growing cookie company, has fresh new flavors weekly. Until Saturday, enjoy mouth-watering specialty flavors and warm chocolate chip cookies made fresh daily. Crumbl is open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. weekdays, 8 a.m. to midnight on Friday and Saturday, and are closed on Sundays. Savor the flavors before they're gone. Order today. Looking for unique ideas to promote your business? How about something for that special gift, celebration, team sport, vacation, or family outing? DeMarie's Vinyl Designs can design and produce items for any occasion, male or female, with the highest quality merchandise and procedures that will not fade, peel, or wear out. Check out her store on Etsy at etsy.com/shop/DeMarie's Vinyl Designs.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
The greatest of life's moments can pass in the blink of an eye. Make sure you enjoy them with clear vision. The optometrists at Eye Care For You have been serving patients in Cache Valley and Preston for 43 years. As a full-service optical store, you'll find glasses, contacts, and professional eye health and vision exams. Doctors Philip Cromwell, Jeff Cromwell, and Lance Henderson are committed to providing you with professional care for your vision. Call today to schedule an appointment in Preston or Logan. Eye Care For You. Not just a name, but a commitment.
North Star's Ultimate Outdoors is the best provider of power sport vehicles right here in downtown Preston. Vehicles and equipment from brand names that you know and trust, like Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. Stop in and let us get you ready for your next adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts, 777 North State Street, Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome back to the Crumbl Cookie pregame show. Crumbl Cookies, bringing friends and families together over the world's best cookies. Well, on this Friday evening, it's time to take a look at other games going on around the region. That's brought to you by Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto. Stop by and find out how much you can save at 223 North State Street in Preston. It's Naylor Insurance. Other games going on tonight. Westside is on the road as they are at Aberdeen. Soda Springs also hits the road for a big game as they go to Bear Lake. Madison is at Highland. Shelley will go to Hillcrest. Burley is at Jerome. Rigby hits the road as they go to Thunder Ridge. Bonneville also is on the road tonight as they go to Skyline. Idaho Falls is at Blackfoot. Canyon Ridge will face Twin Falls in a little bit of a rivalry matchup there in the Twin Falls area. Gooding's on the road as they go to Wood River. Columbia is at Bishop Kelly. American Falls goes to Snake River. That's where Preston will be next week. Mountain Home is at Caldwell. Declo, after their big win last week, they're on the road again tonight as they go to Filer. Firth takes on North Fremont. West Jefferson will be at Ryrie. Kendrick is at Grace. Clark County goes to Rockland. And Sugar Salem will be at Teton. And that's your look at other games around the region tonight, brought to you by Naylor Insurance at 223 North State Street in Preston. Stop by and find out how much you can save for home, health, life, and auto insurance from Naylor Insurance. This is a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian football. The coin flip and the opening kick for tonight's game are coming up.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for Preston High School Sports. Today's game is brought to you by Beckstead Real Estate, the real estate experts for Franklin County and beyond. Day Mountain Ranch. Relax, retreat, recharge. Crumbl Cookies, bringing friends and family together over the world's best cookies. Magnolia Road. Ladies, stop in and update your wardrobe today. Puppy Steps Training, Northern Utah and Southern Idaho's premier board and puppy training facility since 2011. Butterfly Express Essential Oils in Clifton, where quality doesn't have to be expensive. West Motors, your only stop for newer used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce in Preston. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. I Care for You, not just a name, but a commitment. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. We have all the parts you need to keep your car running strong. Naylor Insurance, your local agent for home, health, life, and auto. North Stars Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial Partners. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston and now in Pocatello. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. This broadcast is made possible through an agreement of Preston Broadcasting LLC and Preston High School, and is a production of Preston Broadcasting LLC. This game is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of this broadcast without express written consent of Old West Media is strictly prohibited. Well, once again, everybody, welcome back here to Lookout Field tonight here in Pocatello as the Preston Indians get ready to take on the Pocatello Thunder here this evening, as the Indians come in overall with a good record so far on the year, as they are 3-4. Pocatello is 3-2. They had one game earlier this year that was canceled because there's travel situations and a wreck on the freeway that really kept the opponent from really showing up on time. It was going to be like 10 o'clock before they could get the game kicked off, so they just canceled the game. For the Indians, coming in off a win last week against Century at home, However, they take on one of their toughest rivals, as Pocatello has been pretty much the toast of District 5 the past several years, as they've compiled a 14-8 record over the past few seasons, including going 4-0 in District 5 play. In fact, the last time they lost a game in district play, John, was almost 3 years ago tonight, when they fell to Century by a score of 28-14 on October the 23rd of 2020.
Yeah, and that was one of Century's best seasons they've had in the last few years also. Pocatello was just a little bit down, but boy, they rebuild in a hurry. They bring in some pretty strong talent, in this district up here, and so, yeah, very good.
They have a very strong offensive team. Their defense is always tough year after year, as they're led by their senior linebacker, Devin Rodriguez, who plays fast and furious. He pairs with defensive end Berto Reed, as the two seem to cause a lot of damage and havoc in the backfield. One name you'll certainly remember for Pocatello is Julian Bowie. He's back playing football this year after not playing last year. He starts at wide receiver, but they also rotate him in at quarterback from time to time as well.
Yeah, we've watched him throw a little bit here in practice. He can throw a long ball, so, he's got the strength. Tall, he can see over the defense. He can see his receivers real well, see the patterns, make sure they develop. He should do a great job.
It's senior night tonight here for the Thunder tonight, and they introduced all 28 starters, or all 28 seniors, I should say, tonight for the Thunder. So they are indeed a very experienced team. The Indians getting ready to come back on the field, as we'll sneak in a timeout here. We'll come back and we'll have the opening kick and the coin toss for tonight's game, as we come back here on this Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian football.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but confused where to even begin the process? Come to the most trusted and longest established real estate group in Franklin County with Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team.
We've been a proud part of this community since 1979, when my dad, Scott Beckstead, began here in Preston. Since our founding, we've come to know the importance of honesty and promoting a community of giving back. Contact me, Bailey Beckstead, and our team at Beckstead Real Estate for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting.
Since 2005, North Star's Ultimate Outdoors has been Cache Valley's source for fun and adventure. It's here you can find the biggest selection of snowmobiles, ATVs, utility vehicles, and handheld power equipment from the brand names you know, such as Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. The professionally trained staff at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors of Preston has what it takes to get you out on the nation's leading brands. The best deals in the best town. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts. 777 North State Street, Preston. Crumbl Cookies, the nation's fastest growing cookie company, is here in the Cache Valley, offering freshly baked cookies for carryout, delivery, or curbside pickup. Just download the Crumbl app or visit their website.
Magnolia Road is here to bring you the latest trends in women's fashion. We believe fashion should not only be stylish, but also comfortable and inclusive for every body type in sizes small to 3X. We strongly believe in giving back to our community, and by supporting Magnolia Road, you are not only embracing fashion, but also supporting the Preston and Westside sports programs. Our team is here to help you find that perfect outfit that suits your style and makes you feel confident. Visit Magnolia Road at our new location, 12 North State Street in Preston, Idaho.
If you haven't been to Woodward's Country Store lately, you are missing out. As proud supporters of Westside and Preston High School athletics, we're here to fuel your day and support our wonderful community. Fill up your tank, grab a delicious sandwich, and get everything you need for life's little adventures. Woodward's Country Store, where convenience meets quality and community spirit.
And welcome back here to Lookout Field here in Pocatello, as the national anthem's been played, as the captains are about to make their way out to midfield, and they'll have the coin toss coming up in just a moment. First of all, let us apologize for no video possibility tonight, as once again, under the jurisdiction of the Pocatello School District, they will not allow us to do so. Well, coming out, the captains here for the Indians include Carson Winder, also Austin Wilson, Cruz Harris, and coming out as well is Coulter Moffitt, one of the co-captains tonight for the Indians once again. As Preston, who won the coin toss last week against Century, was only the second time this year that they had won the coin toss, and they chose to defer last week, which was a little bit of a surprise. So let's see what they choose, what they're going to happen tonight as the official showing the Indians and the Thunder captains showing them the coin. He flips it up in the air, and it will be the Indians winning the coin toss. And let's see, the Indians what will they do? Looks like they deferred. Pocatello won the toss, and Pocatello defers, so the Indians will get the ball here first tonight. So John gives us a moment or two here to talk for a second before we get the opening kickoff for tonight's game and a chance to talk about your keys to tonight's game.
Well, first and foremost, number one, we've got to get a fast start. We've got to be in there and try to score early, even on first possession. Try to get the ball down the field. We know we're going against a good defense, but we've got to move the ball. Number two, we've got to have a freshman quarterback become a junior or senior tonight. He's going to have to be on the mark, show experience, show poise, and be able to get the ball to his receivers and clean handoff, some good plays. Number three, our line, who has done a great job all year, both offense and defense, they've got to protect Perry in the backfield and make some holes for the running backs to go through. Got to mix up our plays, and if we do that, we can stand a good chance against Pocatello.
We made the joke on the air after he won the Burley game. When he got off the bus, when they got back home that night, he wasn't going to be a freshman anymore. He was going to be more like a senior. That's what he needs to play like tonight.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. He's going to be our key tonight, I think. Last week we had a couple of little mishaps and still pulled out a win. Can't telegraph that ball. He's got to find a receiver, maybe even do a second receiver or something and pick up someone down the field or short distance, short throws.
So the Indians will receive. Pocatello will kick off as the Indians will go from left to right across your radio dial here in this first quarter here this evening. As the Indians wearing their all-white uniforms with white hats, white helmets. The Thunder tonight, white pants, red jerseys with white numerals, and their dark helmets as they tee it up here this evening, as it'll be Garrett Keller who will kick off here for the Thunder, and back deep for the Indians. A couple of players standing back about their own 5-yard line. Here they come, and we're underway as the kickoff is looking to be a little bit short. Coming up to get it is Tucker Hatch, number 1, as he gets up near the 30, spins out of bounds at the 31.
Yeah, met quickly by number 17. Let me get his number. Carl West. And, met him, pulled him out of bounds.
So Preston has it, 1st and 10 on their first possession of the game. Gives us a chance to look at the starters tonight, and the starters brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, as Carter Perry will be the starting quarterback. Carson Winder, Clayton Hobbs, Moffitt, Schumann, and Harris are the starting wideouts. On first down, he'll spin, he'll give it to Winder. Winder tries to go off left tackle, and he'll get a couple of yards.
Yeah, Winder had a good start. Started low, went in high, inside. The left guard made a great hole for him to get up for about 4 yards.
So give him 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7 coming up here for the Indians. As you get a look at the offensive the offensive linemen, Sturgis, Judd, Mendoza, Lindhart, and Huff. 2nd and 7. Man in motion, slides across here to the near side. Give it back to Winder again. Winder stumbles and gets kind of knocked up in the backfield, and then shooting the gap coming through is Jackson Romero to really stop him, and it ended up as they're going to give him forward progress, but it's still going to be a net loss of a yard, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and 8.
Their defensive line was able to stand our offensive line up, and there was nowhere for Winder to go. He was stood up in the backfield, so didn't even get a hole to go through.
So a big down for the Indians, 3rd and 8, 3 here to the near side, 1 to the far. Perry wants to throw, throws across, and it's just out of the reach of his intended receiver, Jake Schumann.
Yeah, Schumann didn't have a chance on that. Perry led him a little too far. He would have been open if the ball would have been there. That would have been a good catch and run.
Now, understanding they need to get some yardage here on this opening possession, but it's 4th down at their own 33, and they will not go for it. And with Winder already in there, they'll drop into punt formation as Carter Perry comes back over here to the bench.
But he's always a threat. Even though he's the punter, he's always a threat to take off running.
High snap. Kind of runs to the near side and almost whiffed on it. Hits a little ground ball over past the 40-yard line. It'll roll to the 35, still rolling on this natural turf. And then Jackson Merrill comes up and grabs it as it'll down the ball at the 33 of the Thunder. And they'll come out and put their offense to work here for the first time a minute and a half into the game.
Yeah, Jackson Merrill thought that they might have touched that, so he picked the ball up and started running, hoping that the official saw a touch, but there was no touch.
Well, since Pocatello doesn't post any stats, it's always hard to tell who's going to do what here on them as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Drayson Contreras is the starting quarterback. 3 receivers here to the near side, 1 to the far, as the handoff goes inside, and that's Echo Hawk. Riken Echo Hawk gets across the 35, stumbles forward to about the 38. And that'll be a gain of about 6 on the play. So 2nd down coming up here on the opening possession here for the Thunder. They'll throw underneath as it comes to Bowie. Bowie has it underneath and gets up near the 1st down, but he's cut down. A good defensive play there as Hatch comes up to cut Bowie's feet out from under him, but it's going to be just enough for a 1st down. That'll move the chains.
That's kind of fun to watch. Bowie's about 1.5 feet taller than Hatch, and Hatch just took him a great tackle.
So he'll fake this time. Now he rolls out and throws it outside as the toss outside goes to Hunter May as May comes across, gets across midfield, across the 45, falls forward to about the 38-yard line. That'll be good for another 1st down.
Yeah, that was kind of a double pass. Well, actually a pitch back, pitch out, and then a pass down to the outside line. Gain of 18, 15.
So another 1st down as they move the chains. They want to throw underneath, but instead the Preston defense able to collapse this time on Echo Hawk as the first man there to make the contact was Michael Perry to make the tackle. So the loss by Echo Hawk, he loses a yard, 2nd down and 11. Again, 3 receivers here to the near side. They'll throw underneath. It's Bowie, the furthest outside. Bowie gets around a couple of men. Now he's going to go down the sideline. Cuts it back into the middle. Gets away from everybody, and he is gone. Touchdown.
Yeah, he didn't even have to dribble that to change his shift and direction on that. He just put the move on the out back there and into the end zone.
So it's a 42-yard touchdown pass to Perry, or to Bowie, rather. And on to try the extra point as Garrett Keller on to try the extra point. The PA guy here in Pocatello thinks he's funny. Snap, spot, the kick is up, and it is good. And with 8:53 to play here in the 1st quarter, thanks to the 42-yard scoring pass to Bowie, the Pocatello Thunder get first blood and lead 7-0. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with a kickoff right after this on this Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian football.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
Well, after going 3 and out, Pocatello gets the ball for the first time, drives it down the field, and gets a touchdown on a 42-yard touchdown pass to Julian Bowie. The point after was good, and it's 7-0 as Preston will get the ball back. They got to be able to move the ball after going 3 and out the first time.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. We just weren't able to move the ball, and they did. They picked the right play, the right to get us out. But that just goes to show the imagination of Pocatello's coaching.
Kickoff again is fairly short, comes to Hatch about the 28. Hatch cuts it into the middle, gets up near the 35. 30, and is dropped down there. We are actually sitting in the stands on the visitors' side, as there's no room in the press box for anybody. IdahoSports.com is up on the roof of the press box, so we're sitting amongst the Preston faithful over here on their side of the field. So here comes the Preston Indian offense back out on the field as they'll have it 1st and 10 at the 30. As Perry will line up in the shotgun, flip it outside to Winder, coming here to the near side, puts his head down, gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's about it. So really no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, swing pass to Carson. Winder out here to the right side, near side to us, and he just didn't have time to turn it upfield.
So no gain on the play. Starting lineups brought to you tonight, of course, by Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding community since 1925. And the first quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Northern Trust, Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. So 2nd down, they'll give it on a little end around play as it goes there to Hobbs. Hobbs gets across the 30 to about the 37-yard line. That'll be a good carry. It's the first time Hobbs has carried the ball in the last 2 games.
Yeah, but that was a beautiful run for him. He cut it up right there just inside his wideouts, and Pocatello didn't even see it coming and caught to him a little bit late.
So 3rd down and a couple. Of course, that's kind of, as that'll be good enough for a 1st down, as jumping across was Devin Rodriguez. He's their big stud on defense, and he jumps offside.
Yeah, he was blitzing all the way. He came up the line in the middle of the count, and when Perry saw that, he delayed the count and caused him to jump off sides.
So that'll move the chains. 1st and 10 for the Indians as the ball spotted now at the 43 on the Preston side of the 50. As Preston 1st and 10. They'll send 3 receivers out here to the near side, single receiver far. With Winder in the backfield, they'll throw it up the sideline. It's going to be out of reach of everybody. His intended receiver out here was Clayton Hobbs, but it was well over his head.
Yeah, he didn't have a chance at that one. Perry was getting rushed. He had to throw it a little bit early, which overthrew Hobbs.
And Perry misses on his first 3 attempts here in the game here in the first quarter with 7 minutes exactly to play. 7-0 Pocatello. 2nd down and 10. They'll give it to Winder. Carson puts his head down, gets about a couple, gets up to about the 49-yard line. But it's still going to bring up 3rd down and long again here for the Indians. 3rd down and about 9. So another tough situation here for the Indians to find themselves in at 3rd down. As again, they'll send 3 receivers here to the near side as they go from left to right. Single receiver to the far. They show blitz. Here they come as they'll throw underneath. It's complete there as they get to Winder underneath, but it's going to be short of the 1st down as the completion good for only about 4 yards. as it'll bring up 4th down, as they'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line as Suzuki with the tackle. And it's 4th down.
Yeah, they're going to go on 4th. They think this is a 4-down territory. So
Perry stays in the game. See if they can get him to jump offside again, but we have whistles and a timeout called before they run the play. 5:55 left here in the first. 7-0 Pocatello. This timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Ladies, remember to go by and update your look today at Magnolia Road, 12 North State Street in the city of Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When buying a vehicle, you want the process to be straightforward and the financing simple. At West Motor and West Motor Ford, that's exactly the way that you'll be treated. They also understand that accidents can happen and maintenance will be needed. When you find yourself in need of body and paint work, windshield repair, work under the hood, or under the vehicle, West Motor would love to help you out and earn your trust. Turn to West Motor and West Motor Ford in Preston and Hyde Park.
WestMotorCompany.com.
So 4th down here for the Indians, 4th and about 6. As it looks like they changed their mind and they'll punt here instead as Winder gets a better punt off this time. End down over end, hits about the 20, chases the returner back to inside his own 10-yard line as making the return. That's Ty Wilkinson. Wilkinson gets cut down as he gets to about the 14-yard line. So a short return. And 1st and 10 for the Thunder inside their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, he took a big chance of picking that one up and running it. As he picked it up, he saw 3 white shirts, so he broke off to the left or to the right and tried to go around, but we caught up to him and brought him down. So almost no gain on from the pickup from when he received the ball.
Utah State playing at home in Logan tonight against Fresno State. They're tied at 7-7 with 9:32 left in the first half at Maverick Stadium. Also, Westside playing at Aberdeen tonight. We'll try to get you an update on that as soon as we can as the throw outside goes to Bowie. Bowie breaks one tackle, slips down the sideline, then gets shoved out of bounds into his teammates over on the far side.
Good sportsmanship by Jackson Merrill right there as he hit Bowie right on the sideline. And then when he went down on the ground, he went out and picked him up and brought him back up.
My mistake was not Bowie. The intended receiver was Alex Wine.
Bowie's coming out wide left here to our side.
2nd down and 1. Bowie way out one-on-one out here against the Indians.
Holding.
Man, here comes Echo Hawk trying to get around the corner, and he can't. That'll be good for a 1st down, but don't see a flag. In fact, the officials are telling the chain gang, let's go ahead and move it on up, as it's going to be good for a 1st down.
Yeah, that obviously I could see it from here. Bowie had number 5. Who's that number? Anyway, he had him by the outside shoulder pads. No call.
So, 1st down as they spot the ball at the Pocatello 36-yard line. Rolling is Contreras out to the right side. Pulls it down, wants to throw deep. He's got Bowie wide open, but he underthrows him.
Yeah, Bowie came from the right side of the field, clear across, and that ball was thrown down the left side. And Bowie couldn't quite catch up to the pass.
Bowie had gotten past Hobbs and was 3 or 4 yards in front of him. First half of tonight's game brought to you by Northern Trust, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Good deeds done daily. Call to find out how at 208-852-5700. So 2nd down and 10. As Contreras comes up empty on that effort. Three receivers to the far side. Contreras looks that way. He'll throw underneath, and it's dropped. Is that a lateral or a backwards pass? Preston hops on it, but the officials say no.
It was a forward pass, so they called it incomplete.
Merrill jumped on it in a hurry, but the officials said no, it's just an incomplete pass, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. So here comes Contreras back in after getting the play from Coach Split on the far side of the field. 4:46 to play here in the first, 7-0 Pocatello. Pokey, even though they've lost 3 games this year, they have played some very difficult teams.
Yeah, they are a very good team. There's no doubt about that.
They're ranked 3rd in the 4A in the state. Contreras pulls the ball down, wants to run here to the near side. Can't get away from Merrill, and he's brought down short of the first down. Merrill gets him about the 38. It'll be a short gain of about 3 yards. And it's going to bring up 4th down here. And the Thunder will punt as the punt team comes on.
That's a good stance by the Indians on this possession for Pocatello to have to cause them to kick.
So Carson Winder will drop back as he will go back and stand at about his own 25. As Garrett Keller drops back to in punt formation and whistles at the snap. And let's see.
Offsides, Preston.
It'll be offside on Preston, but it's still going to be short of the first down. As it'll bring up 4th down and about 3. Make it 2, and they're going to run the offense back out there again. So 4th and 2 from Pocatello's 44. And so instead, they'll go for it. 3:56 to play here in the first. They're up 7-0. And it looks like that Julian Bowie comes out and he's standing like he's the quarterback. Nope, here comes Contreras. So Contreras late getting the play, comes back on.
They're going to run this one right up the middle.
They have 2 backs in the backfield. Echo Hawk and Cutter Stuckey. Stuckey goes in motion over to the far side. Fake handoff. Contreras keeps and he fumbles the ball. Preston falls on it, but it won't matter because it was 4th down anyway. And they'll turn the ball over on downs.
Yeah, that was a risky play by Pocatello to run that even on 4th down with only 3 yards to go. Gutsy call.
Contreras tried to pull the ball down and somebody reached out and stripped it away from him. So Preston gets the ball inside Pocatello territory, 1st and 10 at the Pokey 44. So Contreras got back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing more than that. So here comes the Preston offense once again. They'll set up with 2 tight ends, single receiver to each side this time, and Winder in the I formation. They'll give it to Winder. Tries to bounce off 1 tackle, but he's going to lose about a yard. Parker Smith, the first man there to make contact. Kenan Anderson was there as well. So no gain for Winder. 2nd down and 10 here for the Indians. As they'll send 3 receivers to the far side at this time. That'll be the left side of the formation. Out of the shotgun. Looking underneath, they'll throw it out as it goes to Hobbs. Hobbs is strung out, and he'll get to push back across the 50-yard line, but they should give him forward progress again. As even though he'll get forward progress with a 48, it's still going to be a loss of about 5 yards on the play and bring up 3rd down and about 14.
Yeah, Pocatello speed, they even on that swing pass like that, they've got to have some blockers out there because Pocatello's just so quick to react.
So 3rd and long. They have to get all the way up to the 35 for the first down. Out of the shotgun, Perry looks, throws across the middle, and it's off a set of shoulder pads. It was the kicker, Garrett Keller, to come over and let the ball get too far in on him, hit off his chest pad of his shoulder pads, and bounced away. So 4th down again here for the Indians, 4th and 14 on the Pocatello side of the 50, but they're going to punt again as Winder will again drop back into punt formation here. As Echo Hawk goes back and stands way back at about his own 10-yard line. And Keller, or I should say the snap was not good, and Winger had to try to pull it down and run with it, but he's brought down immediately. As he's brought down, a loss all the way back to the Preston 45.
Yeah, they had the pressure on him all the way on that from the snap. Winder really didn't have a chance even with a good snap. I don't think he had much of a chance.
That's exactly what Winder came over, looks to the sideline, just holds his hand out and says, they're all over me. What was I supposed to do? So 1st and 10 Thunder from the Preston 45. 2:26 to play as each team has turned the ball over on downs one time here in the first quarter. Dan Hubbard along with John Slaughter, John Beverly back in studio tonight in Preston. Glad to have you with us here at Lookout Field in Pocatello. So they'll fake the handoff. Contreras wants to throw. He's going to go deep. He's got a man there, and as it goes through their hands, but the flags come out. It's going to be pass interference.
I think it's offensive pass interference. He threw his arm out at the defender to get an advantage on him.
As let's see, they're going to call that on, as the intended receiver was Ty Wilkinson, and they're going to call that offense or defense.
That should have been offense.
Still no indication from the white hat on who was it against.
They're calling it on the defense.
He's looking back over here toward the Preston side of the field, and it will be against the defense.
No way. I saw what happened.
That'll be another first down as a 15-yard penalty on the pass interference call, as that'll move the ball all the way down to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Single receiver is Bowie out here to the left side. Contreras looks left, now pulls the ball down, throws back across the middle. He's got a man there. His pass is complete for the touchdown. As the pass complete to Connor Stuckey for the 30-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah, that was a beautiful pass and catch on his defense. He just got it behind the defense and perfect throw for Pocatello.
They sent Stuckey right up the hash marks, and really nobody within about 5 yards of him. He was wide open. So with 2:11 left, Pocatello scores their second touchdown of the quarter, and Garrett Keller on to try the extra point. The snap, spot, and the kick is up, and it is good. And with 2:11 left here in the first, it is a 14-0 lead for the Pocatello Thunder. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with a kickoff right after this on this Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian football on KACH and on MyLocalRadio.com.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
$14-0 Pocatello. Just over 2 minutes left here in the first quarter as the Indians will get the ball back again. They have yet to really move the ball offensively. They got the ball after a turnover on downs in Pocatello territory and couldn't do anything with it. In fact, lost yardage on that series. So Keller's kickoff short down the middle as that'll come again to Hatch. Hatch comes to the 30, comes down the sideline, gets knocked out of bounds. As it's Carson Christensen to knock him out of bounds. As he's out of bounds at about the 35-yard line, roughly. See where they will spot it. As they will spot it right at the 35. So 1st and 10 Preston as the Indians start their third possession. Tonight's game brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Two receivers to each side as Perry wants to throw underneath. He's got it as the pass complete underneath as it goes to Schumann. And it'll be a gain of about 8 and bring down second down and 2.
Yeah, that was an excellent throw by Perry and hit Schumann right on the numbers. I thought he would get a bit more yardage than that out of it, but we'll take 8. Second and 2.
Just the second completion on 4 throws for Carter Perry here in the first quarter. Clock runs down to 1:35 to play here in the quarter. Second down and 2. They'll send 3 receivers to the far side. Single receiver here to the near is Moffitt. Man in motion back here. It's Hobbs. They give it to Hobbs. Hobbs to Moffitt. Moffitt's going to run back. Now they're going to give it back to Perry. And Perry's throw is wide and out of bounds.
He tried to reach Hobbs right here on the sideline, but overthrew him.
And it was well covered because Carson Christensen was not fooled by any of the razzmatazz in the backfield.
Right. There was 2 backward passes and then the one long throw by Perry to Hobbs.
So something that Craig Alder, the offensive coordinator, drew up in the dirt on the way over here, it falls incomplete, and it's third down and 2. As they'll give it to Winder, straight ahead. First down through the big hole, still on his feet, cross midfield, stumbles across the 45 to the 43.
Great blocks. There were some great blocks. I got to have numbers here. Had some great blocks by the offensive line that just opened him wide up into the middle, up the middle.
15-yard gain by the Indians. First down as they get into Thunder territory again. Under a minute to play now in the quarter. Clock runs down to 50 seconds. Twin receivers to each side here for the Indians. Perry out of the shotgun, throws underneath, and it's too high over his intended receiver, and then over the defensive back as well, and goes out of bounds.
Coulter Moffitt went up for it, but just out of the reach. But it's a good thing it was far enough over Pocatello's head also.
Yeah, Tyshawn Harrell was the defensive man there, the cornerback here on this side. So it stops the clock with 41 seconds to play in the quarter. Second down and 10 as Wilson comes to the sideline. As Harris brings the play in for the Indians. Man in motion comes back across this way, and they'll give it to Winder. Winder off right tackle this time. Gets across the 35, falls forward.
Just going to be about 2 yards short of the first down, but a great run by Winder.
A gain of 7 for Winder. Still 25 seconds left in the quarter. Clock continues to run. So it's third down here now for the Indians.
Coulter Jensen was the man in motion on that one and made a great block for Winder to get downfield.
Moffitt, the single receiver out here to the near side. 3 receivers to the far. As they're going to let the clock run out, and that's the end of the first quarter. So Preston will have it third down and 3 when we come back, but they trail 14-0 after the first quarter here tonight. As we'll go to the end of the quarter, we'll come back and go to the second on this Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian football. Crumbl Cookies, the nation's fastest growing cookie company, is here in the Cache Valley, offering freshly baked cookies for carryout, delivery, or curbside pickup. Just download the Crumbl app or visit their website. There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, showtimes, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org. This weekend, check out the live double feature, Monsters, followed by the Space Pirates, the Children's Theater this weekend at the Worm Creek Theater. Check out their website at wormcreek.org. As they'll give it back to Winder, breaks a couple of tackles, runs over a man, still on his feet, and has the first down.
Yeah, he did most of the work himself that time. He put 2 Pocatello players back on their backsides, and just a great run by Winder.
It's a gain of 7. Carson now with 32 yards here in the first half on 8 carries. And the Indians able to move the chains again. As Henderson goes in motion. He'll pause now and set in the slot right. That gives them 3 receivers right as they go back to Winder again. Carson again puts his head down, dives forward up to about the 21.
Yeah, he's able to break a couple of tackles as he's going through that line. The defensive linemen are grabbing at his feet, but he did some high stepping through the defensive line that time.
7 more yards for Winder. It's like the second half of that game last week against Century was Winder left, Winder right, Winder up the middle.
Yeah. He's definitely their workhorse.
2nd down and 3. As they come back in motion here to the near side, and once again they jump off sides. They get Devin Rodriguez for the 2nd time tonight.
Yeah, I don't know why these officials are so hesitant to throw the flag on Pocatello.
So that 5 yards moves the chains again. Be 1st and 10 for the Indians down about the 16-yard line. 14-0 Pokey here in the opening stages of quarter number 2. We can update you on the West Side game here in just a moment as Winder has it, bounces it outside left, runs over a couple of men, gets down to about the 10 where he's finally turned aside there. As there to make the early contact, Robert Ree, but it's going to be a 6-yard gain again for Winder.
Yeah, another powerful run.
Jonah Bruner was also there. Quickly they go again as they're going to pick up a couple of more yards. As once again, it's Winder getting off the bottom of the pile. So Winder gets 3 more. 3rd down and 1 from the Pocatello 7. As Perry tries to get them to jump again with that hard count and looks back toward the bench. Now settles in out of the shotgun. Gives it back to Winder. Winder gets up near the 5. That's going to be close to the 1st down. If he gained the 5, he'll have it. Officials calling timeout and trying to line it up. As it'll be a 1st down. So Preston has it 1st and goal.
Yeah, but does Winder, Carson have enough energy to go 6 carries in a row?
Like he did last week? He's already carried the ball 11 times here in the 1st half. As Perry gives it back to Winder. Hops over a man, gets inside the 5, down to the 4, so he'll pick up a yard and it'll bring up 2nd down and goal.
Second and goal, Preston.
They sometimes they get in a rut. They rely on Winder so much they really get out of rhythm and go away from throwing the ball. But they're playing such tight defense. I can see why they do. They're trying to get the Pocatello defense to jump again. They're not. As Perry again out of the shotgun. They'll give it back to Winder. Bounces it outside to the right, and he's going to be brought down. It's a big loss of yardage as they can't get Rodriguez to jump, but Rodriguez able to drag down Winder in the backfield.
Yeah, either he has a momentum, steam engine going into that line because it seems like no one can stop him coming through that line. He's at the ball carrier instantly.
They lose a couple of yards. It's back just about the 6, and it's 3rd and goal from there. Hobbs brings the play in for the Indians. Shotgun snap. They throw the lob for the corner. Harris up to get it. They're hand fighting and no call, and it falls incomplete. Harris hand fighting there all the way with the defensive man. And trying to see who that is. Looks like that's 11. That's Ty Wilkinson, who has about a 4-inch height advantage.
Well, the thing that kills me is why there was no PI on that. Wilson was not even looking back at the ball, and he had arms and hands up in Cruz Harris's face.
They will forego the field goal, and they'll try to punch this in. 4th and goal from the 6. And hold on, timeout called by the Indians. with 7:45 to play here in quarter number 2. The timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Ladies, update your look today at Magnolia Road. You'll find them on State Street in downtown Preston.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Whether you're an athlete looking to treat strained or sore muscles, a multitasking mom seeking balance, or just looking to boost your mood and nutrition, Butterfly Express is here for you. Experience the soothing scents and holistic benefits that cater to both your body and mind with our wide selection of essential oils, herbs, and supplements. And the best part is, unlike other big brand companies, Butterfly Express is affordable and local. Visit us in Clifton or explore our collection online at butterflyexpress.shop and use the promo code KACH10 for 10% off all regularly priced items. Quality doesn't have to be expensive. Butterfly Express Essential Oils.
So the Aggies have gotten another touchdown there at Maverick Stadium. It's now 14-14 late in the first half. And Westside, at last report at the end of the first quarter, was leading at Aberdeen 8-0. So here we go, 4th and goal for the Indians from about the 6. As the snap, fake it to Winder. Perry rolls left, throws, incomplete. As they tried to get the pass underneath to Coulter. And it was well off target, and Preston will turn the ball over on downs for the second time tonight.
Cruz Harris was wide open all by himself right there in the same corner, but just a little bit further out.
Tonight's game brought to you by Stokes Market, True Value, with the freshest meat and produce you'll find not only in Preston but in the Cache Valley. Stokes Market on State Street in downtown Preston. And go by and say hi to James Carter while you're there as well. So 1st and 10. Pokey takes over back at their own 6-yard line. 7:40 to play here in the first half. The Thunder already lead by a score of 14-0. They send Alex Wine and Raken Echohawk out here wide here to the near side as they'll hand it off.
Bowie.
That's Carson Christensen runs the ball forward. It's 6, not 8, as he picks up a couple of yards. So 2nd down and 8, kind of a big defensive stand here for the Indians. See if they can get in this kind of field position. It'd only be a 3 down out for Pocatello if they can get them off the field. They throw it outside. That's not going to get it done. As the outside path throw goes to Bowie, and Bowie gets it up to about the 20-yard line. That'll be a gain of 13. So a 13-yard completion on the pass to Bowie. Moves the chains out to the 20, just short of the 20-yard line. And 1st and 10. 6:44 to play here in the first. Pocatello leading 14-0. Alex Wine out here wide, here to the near side again. 2 receivers to the far side, couple of men in the backfield as they'll give it to Echohawk. Echohawk bounces it outside on the left side, spins, runs over a man, still on his feet to the 50. It's a foot race down the far sideline, 40. Hobbs knocks him out of bounds at the 35.
That was a saving tackle by Hobbs. Otherwise, he was gone.
That's a 45-yard run. Longest offensive play of the night for the Thunder, the 45-yard run by Echohawk, who's running over guys the whole way. 5:50 to play here in the first half. 14-0 Thunder. As Contreras goes to the sideline, he'll bring the play back in. 2 receivers out here to the near side. In fact, they'll send 3 outs here to the near side now as Reed comes over and sets up at the tight end. Bowie, the lone receiver, over on the far side of the field. Echohawk jumps over now. He lines up on the right shoulder. They give it to Echohawk straight ahead. Still on his feet as he gets across up to the 25-yard line. To go over the 25 to the 24.
Yeah, they saw that we had a hole there in the middle of the backfield there. Linebacker, the hole in the middle of the defense right there. They changed the play from a pass to a run, and Echo Hawk went in.
But it's all for naught, as the penalty flag will bring it back. It's a holding penalty against the Thunder, and it's going to move it back. As it'll be 1st and 20 as they put the ball all the way back to the Preston 45. Third penalty flag of the night against the Thunder for a total of 20 yards. So they'll come back out with twin receivers here to the near side. Echo Hawk the lone setback once again. As the snap comes to Contreras, rolls right, throws, and it's complete there. Breaking a tackle there is Wilkinson and drags a man up across just short of the 30 as they'll get 12 of those 20 yards back.
Yeah, I think that's the play they were going to run before they chose Echo Hawk up the middle. That pass out here to the right side. They had twins out here.
They're going to go quick now as they're going to flip it out to the far side this time as that's complete. There to Hunter Cordell as Cordell is going to get forward to the 25. That's just about back to the line to gain. And in fact, it's going to be a first down as it gets just enough. So that'll be a first down.
I think Preston's on their heels right now, kind of scratching their head. Their play selection for Pocatello has just been different all the time. Very mixed up plays. Pass, run, pass.
105 yards passing for Contreras here in the first half. 4:11 to play. Clock runs. Twin receivers out here to the near side as Echo Hawk lines up in the slot right. Bowie, the lone receiver, left. Faked a handoff. Contreras rolls underneath. He has a man underneath. That's Cordell again. And Cordell's going to be bumped out of bounds at the 5.
Yes. Saw that one.
Parker Smith with a reception. Knocked out of bounds by number 5, Caden Leatham. But enough yards for a Pocatello Thunder.
They said that was Parker Smith 21, not 81. Either way, it'd be good enough for a first down.
Yeah. Good throw.
First and goal again for the Thunder as they have it just about the Preston 5-yard line. Clock runs down inside, 3:45 to play here in the first half. Echo Hawk lines up right behind Contreras. Contreras in the shotgun. They go to twin tight ends here as well as they give it to Echo Hawk. Tries the left side, spins, and he is... No indication. Now he's in. Now they say he's in. And now a penalty marker comes in as some of the offensive linemen there for the Thunder kind of chirping a little bit, walking back away. Tommy Smith there looks like he was saying something as the officials pointing back toward the interior lineman for the Thunder. But the flag was after the play, so all's going to, if it is a mark off of yardage, it's going to be on the point after. Or possibly on the kickoff. Let's see. So the touchdown should still count, a 5-yard run for Echo Hawk.
They're given their option whether they want to move them back now or on the kickoff.
One thing I like about the new place is the official has a microphone.
After the play, unsportsmanlike against the offense. That penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
So the penalty be assessed on the kickoff. The touchdown stands. It's 20-0 as Echo Hawk runs it in 5 yards for the score. And hold on, officials need to pick up all the laundry on the field. As on to try the point after is Garrett Keller out of the hold of Alex Wine. 3:20 to play here in the first half. Everybody's ready. Here's the snap. Not a good snap. Nice hold by Wine. The kick is up, and it's good. And it's 21-0 with 3:28 to play here in the first half. Take a timeout. Back to the kickoff after this on this Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian football.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
105.5 FM, KACH.
Hi, we're Braden and Brittany Smith with Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency.
We're Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jan Stone with Northern Title of Preston, and we are Preston Proud, Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Bill Chambers from North Stars Ultimate Outdoors, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Larson. I'm with HK Auto, and we are Dayton Proud and Idaho Strong.
We're Preston Proud, Idaho Strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
So the penalty is going to push the ball back as they will kick it off from their own
25.
25-yard line. Oh, there he is. I was looking at the wrong official. All the way back at the 25. So 21-0, and Preston's going to have some work to do in the second half.
There again, we need to capitalize once we get down into the red zone. We're not able to capitalize it. We've been down in there twice tonight and have not been able to come away with any points.
So they haven't turned the ball over yet tonight. That's a positive. So here's Keller to kick off as the Preston return men move all the way back up to the 25. It's a line drive kick as it comes to Hatch over on the far side. Hatch to the 35 and gets spun down there and thrown back to the 35-yard line. As coming down to make the tackle was Hunter Cordell.
Yeah.
Hunter Cordell on the tackle.
He showed a little authority there, throwing our Preston player Wilson down. Was it Wilson? No, it was
Hatch.
Hatch.
A little authority or a little spite, one or the other. Pocatello does outsize Preston just a bit. And they certainly showed it. Physical dominance here in the first half. So 1st and 10 Preston as they have it at their own 36 is where they mark it officially. As the handoff comes to Winder straight ahead. Winder trying to pick his way through a couple of holes. Still on his feet. Pushing the pile forward to the 46.
He's going to be about a half a yard short of a first down. Maybe a yard.
So a 9-yard gain for Keller on first down. That's 60 yards on a total of 13 carries here in the first half for the Indians. But that really is the bulk, and I mean bulk, of the Preston offense. Again, back to Winder again, as this time darting in and getting Winder around the ankles was Devin Rodriguez.
Winder with the carry again. This time
As he'll just barely get back to the line of scrimmage and bring up third down and about a half a yard here for the Indians. 2:25 to play here in the first half.
Well, Pocatello's seeing that they're going to run the big guy right up the middle, on these short yardages, knowing that Winder has the strength to do it. But they pack that middle pretty tight.
Kind of a 4-4-2. 4-4-3 defense they're running. And now they come up and really start to press the corners. As again, Preston looks back over to the sideline. They change the play. 3rd and about a half a yard. And Preston took too long. So that's going to move the ball back 5 and bring up 3rd down and about 5.5. So remain 3rd down, but now it'll be about 5.5 yards for the first down. And that certainly changes the play option here. And Preston will change personnel as well as Austin Wilson comes back on the field, as does Jake Schumann. So they get the receivers back out there as Jackson Merrill will come back to the sideline. 3 receivers to the near side for the Indians, 1 to the far. They blitz, and the throw underneath is complete to Carson Winder, and he's going to get just barely back to the line of scrimmage again, and it's going to bring up 3rd down, and it'll still be about 5 yards to go. So Pocatello sent just about everybody, and the throw underneath, and Cash Stuckey makes the tackle, and a timeout called by the Thunder to try to get the ball back with 1:13 left here in the quarter. So with a timeout on the field, we'll sneak one in here as well. We'll be right back right after this. will come back for the 4th down play.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
So here comes the Indians back on the field, 4th down and about 5, with 1:13 to play after the timeout called by Pocatello. As in fact, they're going to punt as Winder drops back in punt formation again here. As they're trying to get Pocatello to jump, they're not going to. As they'll take the timeout to avoid the 5-yard penalty. So coming up at halftime, we'll update you on the West Side and Utah State scores. And we'll talk about the first half of this game, also go over the stats and what we can look for in the second half and what possible adjustments the Preston Brain Trust can make. As we'll get some ideas from John Slaughter here during the halftime break, brought to you by Puppy Steps Training. So Preston has had a hard time moving the ball. They've been able to break some plays as Winder here in the first half has about 60 yards rushing, but he is the bulk of the offense as Carter Perry only has 2 complete passes tonight out of his 7 attempts for a total of 12 yards. So Preston with less than 75 yards of total offense here in the first half.
Right there. Pocatello's just standing them up. There's nowhere to go.
So Winder will kick it away. They come in and challenge it, and they get the block. It's Wilkinson who blocks it. It's over on the far side, picked up, and it runs out of bounds. And who has it?
Pocatello.
Karsten Christensen able to pick it up. And they have the ball in Preston territory with 1:05 to play. So Thunder have the ball at the Preston 32 and see if they can punch it in again in the final minute and 5 seconds before the halftime break. So Preston with 2 turnovers on downs and now a punt block. Not the traditional turnover that you think of, but Preston still has turned the ball over 3 times in the first half.
Right, and we're giving them good field position also.
So they'll send 3 receivers here to the near side. Contreras looks down the middle, throws, goes deep. He's got Bowie. He's there. He's got it. Touchdown.
Bowie just went up for that like he's bringing a rebound down. And
well, he rebounded it like he does on the basketball field too, as he pushed off going up to get some room to work with, and of course the officials didn't call anything.
Yeah.
It's a 32-yard touchdown pass.
It's hard to beat a 6-man team on basketball, and it's hard to beat a 15-man team on football.
So they'll try the extra point as that took 1 play. As here's the kick, the spot, and it is up and it is good as they extend the lead to 28-0 after 1 play after the block punt. It took all of 17 seconds, I should say. So 28-0, and Preston will get the kickoff yet again. And with just a very, very short time left on the clock, I think they'll just run a couple of running plays as Pocatello gets the second half kick after they won the toss and opted to defer back to the Indians.
Yep, and 54 seconds. It's going to be tough to get anything anything downfield.
So the 32-yard scoring strike. And Contreras with 157 passing here in the first half. As Keller will again come in and kick it away. And Preston will have 54 seconds to work with.
They'll probably use most of that up on after the touch on kickoff.
Remember, Pocatello had beaten Preston in football 17 of the last 19 meetings. As Keller comes forward, just a little pooch kick down the middle, coming up his hatch. He has it about the 17. Cuts it back up the middle, gets hit there and brought down back at the 20.
Tucker Hatch with a return, tackle by number 20, Jose Garcia.
Jose Garcia with the tackle, and Preston has it 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. 46 seconds left here in the first half.
Pocatello's real good at getting the man to make the running back change directions, but there's always someone there to get him right after he makes a cut.
They stay in their lanes. They're very well coached. So Perry in the shotgun. Winder to his right side. Hobbs comes in motion. They'll give it to Hobbs on the jet sweep, going around the right side. Tries to cut it up and being pursued from behind. He's brought down. And it'll be a short gain of about 4 yards for Hobbs, and we'll let the clock run down to 30 seconds to play.
Chase bound by number 9, Devin Rodriguez.
Devin Rodriguez pursuing from behind. Preston's just content to let the clock run down to 13, 12. They look like they're in no big hurry to run a play here. As with 5 seconds, the clock continues to run, and they're just going to let it run out. So it's 28-0 Pocatello at the end of the first half. We'll talk about the first half of tonight's game. We'll talk about the numbers and get possible adjustments from John if he was the coach of this team. We'll do that as we go to the halftime break. Halftime is brought to you by Puppy Steps Training on this Bailey Beckstead presentation of Preston Indian football. We'll take a timeout and be right back.
KACH.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but confused where to even begin the process? Come to the most trusted and longest established real estate group in Franklin County with Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team.
We've been a proud part of this community since 1979 when my dad, Scott Beckstead, began here in Preston. Since our founding, we've come to know the importance of honesty and promoting a community of giving back. Contact me, Bailey Beckstead, and our team at Beckstead Real Estate for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting.
When buying a vehicle, you want the process to be straightforward and the financing simple. At West Motor and West Motor Ford, that's exactly the way that you'll be treated. They also understand that accidents can happen and maintenance will be needed. When you find yourself in need of body and paint work, windshield repair, work under the hood, or under the vehicle, West Motor would love to help you out and earn your trust. Turn to West Motor and West Motor Ford in Preston and Hyde Park.
WestMotorCompany.com. Whether it's your vehicle, home, business, or even life, protecting the things that matter most shouldn't be left to chance. At Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency, everything that is important to you is important to us. That's why our office and agents are united to protect your future and give you peace of mind today. I'm Brittany Smith. As your local Farm Bureau agents, my husband Braden and I would love to customize and simplify plans that are unique to you and what you care about. Stop in today and see how Farm Bureau can make insurance simple for you.
Looking for unique ideas to promote your business? How about something for that special gift, celebration, team sport, vacation, or family outing? DeMarie's Vinyl Designs can design and produce items for any occasion, male or female, with the highest quality merchandise and procedures that will not fade, peel, or wear out. Check out her store on Etsy at etsy.com/shop/DeMarie's Vinyl Designs.
Papa J's World Headquarters in Clifton, Idaho, started on the dream of a man who wanted to give back to his small-town farming community. 20 years later, it's a place renowned for its gourmet beef jerky, deli, and uniquely friendly customer experience. The friendly staff at Papa J's invites you to come in or find them online at papajs.com, where you can have the unique taste of Papa J's beef jerky shipped to you all with a click of a button. Papa J's, world-class jerky in small-town USA. papajs.com.
Folks have many reasons to visit Casper, Wyoming every year, whether it's work, high school sports and activities, a romantic getaway, or business meetings. The best place to stay when you're in Casper is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. A beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, a pool, fitness center, and a fabulous indoor atrium. You can also reserve meeting rooms for your next event, and each stay includes an extended continental breakfast. Reserve your rooms today at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. Call 307-472-6300.
Welcome back as we are at halftime. It's the Puppy Steps halftime report here from Pocatello as the Thunder leads in the first half by the score of 28-0. John, you and I were just kind of talking here during the commercial timeout that Preston needs to show something a little bit different as they've come out in the same looks they've had in just about every game come out, and it's whatever they're doing. Pocatello has a pretty good idea of what they have in mind as they've held them to about 75 yards of total offense in the first half.
Yeah, and we've given Carson Winder, the ball probably 6 out of 10 times, going up the field. And so their percentage of guess whether Winder's going to get it or not and the key on him is going to be there. So, yeah, I think they need to give him a little bit different look this second half. Maybe throw Connor Thompson in there for a series or so, and just to change things up. Leave Carson in there, either in the backfield or as a receiver, because he's got great hands. Let him throw some quick passes to him.
And I don't know if he's hurt or not, but the other person we haven't seen for the last few games is also Connor Iverson.
Right. Yeah, we haven't seen Connor, and Connor does a great job when he. When Iverson, when he gets the ball, he's got strong legs and can move the ball. I think they ought to alternate Winder and Iverson.
See, Carter Perry, 2 for 7 in the first half for a total of 12 yards.
Yeah.
Again, it's they have a pretty good idea of what to expect. They've sent the house against him a couple of times. He's been able to get the passes off, but he's had nobody to throw to.
Right, and I'm not trying to second guess Cunningham or Lauder. He's because they're great coaches. They know what they're doing, but I think they just need to get some little different look, like you said, like we mentioned, just a little different look once in a while.
For Pocatello on the other side of the field, however, they've come out. They've shown different looks. They've gotten the balls to different people. And they've lined guys up in different respective positions as well, right, and been able to move the ball fairly well in the first half.
That's one thing that's hard on a defense is when they have to guess what's going on. But like you said, when you telegraph your play to the defense, it's easy for them to pick them up or blitz or do whatever they need to get to the quarterback.
Contreras. What is he, 8 of 10 for 157 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half?
I think Contreras is doing a great job as quarterback. He's 5, what is he, how tall is Contreras? He's not very tall. I'm trying to look on the thing here, but,
number 2.
Yeah, for as short as he is for being a quarterback, he does a great job. I think he does an outstanding job.
Yeah, and they'll be able to use the size advantage they have with Wilkinson at about 6'5", and Julian Bowie with a pair of touchdown catches in the end zone as he really used his size advantage as well.
Oh, yeah. Well, we saw that on that last touchdown. He just went right up over the top of the receiver, pulled the ball down. He's got great leaps. He can rebound. So he goes up, gets the ball, and brings it down.
So it's 28-0. Pocatello leads here at the halftime break. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll check the numbers for the first half as we continue. It's the Puppy Steps Training Halftime Show on this Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian Football.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
It's the goal in everyone's life to reach financial independence and security. Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston can help with strategies to assist in those goals. They will design a plan to suit you, whether it be for your family, home, or current or future investments. Evergreen Financial Partners can help with life insurance, long-term life, 401ks, retirement plans, or mutual funds. Contact the experts at Evergreen Financial and let them put a plan together for you. Find them at 41 West 1st South in Preston, or go online to set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Evergreen Financial Partners, your first step to financial security.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
All right, welcome back here at halftime. Let's take a look at the halftime stats brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today at 208-852-2364. For the Preston Indians in the first half, we pretty much covered it. Carter Perry just 2 of 7 for 12 yards in the first half. Clayton Hobbs ran the ball twice for 11 yards. And Carson Winder with a total of 13 carries for 60 yards. For the Indians, 83 yards of total offense in the first half. For the Pocatello Thunder, Contreras, 8 of 10 for 157 and 2 touchdowns in the first half. Echo Hawk carried the ball 4 times for 66 yards. It was Contreras carrying the ball once for 4. And then also Carson Christensen carried it once for a total of 2 yards in the first half as well. He had touchdown passes of 42 and 32, both of those to Julian Bowie in the first half. So, John, we got about a minute here before we need to go to a break. What do you look for? What would you do differently if you were on the Preston coaching staff?
Well, like I say, this is John Slaughter coaching. It's not
That's
Cunningham,
right.
so
No, that's right.
I'm not trying to outguess them or anything. But if I would try to mix it up just a little bit more instead of constant feeding of Carson Winder, even though he's probably the best back we have and the best runner we have. But we've got to get him. We've got to back up their defense a little bit. Have them spread it out a little more in order to break those holes for Carson to go up the middle.
Yeah,
So.
exactly. So we'll see what they do a little bit differently in the first half. I mean, they ran a jet sweep in the first half, and then whatever that double reverse handoff pass thing was that they tried. Just a little bit of a different look. You could try something different like they did in the first half, but that just unfortunately didn't work quite out the way they had hoped it would, and it ended up being just an incomplete pass.
Well, I can see throwing it out and then throwing it back for another quarterback pass, a 2-pass. But when you go 3 times, the defense has time to react. They have time to come up and watch these players. And then you have, with a play like that, you have the possibility of a man ineligible downfield. So you got to be careful on that. And if you throw it too many times, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot.
Right, exactly. 28-0 Pocatello. This has been the Puppy Steps Training Halftime Report. Second half kickoff coming up next.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
Magnolia Road is here to bring you the latest trends in women's fashion. We believe fashion should not only be stylish, but also comfortable and inclusive for every body type in sizes small to 3X. We strongly believe in giving back to our community, and by supporting Magnolia Road, you are not only embracing fashion, but also supporting the Preston and Westside sports programs. Our team is here to help you find that perfect outfit that suits your style and makes you feel confident. Visit Magnolia Road at our new location, 12 North State Street in Preston, Idaho.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
Preston Indian football brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care that you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. And by Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto. Stop by and find out how much you can save at 223 North State Street in Preston. It's Naylor Insurance. So 28-0 as the Indians make their way back out onto the field, as they will kick it off to Pocatello to start the second half, as Pocatello won the coin flip and deferred to get the ball in the second half. So Preston on their way back out here, and certainly taking their time on a very slow march back from the locker room to come back out onto the field.
Yeah, you can just see it in their cadence,
It's well, you watch them walk across the field, and it's almost like the Baton Death March.
Do we really have to go out there again? They just need to pick themselves up. They can do it.
Just need something to go their way, go out and create a break for themselves.
Yeah.
And see if you can make something happen here. They trail 28-0, and Pocatello will get the ball to start the second half.
A big turnover or a big sack or just something to spark them and get them going. Because right now they're just there.
Carson Christensen and Riken Echohawk back deep to receive the kickoff, as Kerry Swainston will boot it back into play here to start the second half. One more game after tonight for the Indians. Next week will be at Snake River. 6:30 pregame and 7 o'clock kickoff against the Panthers as they kick it back, and it's going to come to Echo Hawk back at the 8. He wants to take it up the far sideline. Now cut it up the middle. Break it back here to the near side. Breaks 1 tackle, 2 tackles. Still on his feet to the 40, to the midfield stripe. Runs out of bounds at the Preston 45-yard line as Connor Iverson makes the tackle, and there's a Preston Indian down here on the near sideline as they went down with Echo Hawk on top of them, and trying to see who that is as trainer comes over. Dave's going to have a look at him. They are laying out of bounds, but I'm sure that they will wait a moment here as he got run over, and he may have banged his head off the turf as officials are going to have Pocatello go back and huddle up again as they can't really start yet as he's laying right where the ball carrier ran out of bounds, and they have to have them out of the way first before they can do anything. So while they tend to the injured Indian on the sideline, let's take a break. We'll come back right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 43. So the injured Indian was Kerry Swainston as they get him over to the trainer's table as now we're ready to play. 1st and 10, they're going to throw on 1st down. They throw underneath. It's to Wilkinson. Wilkinson making his way up the sideline. He'll be knocked out of bounds as Winder was there. Also there to make the stop for the Indians was Derek Pitcher. And Clayton Hobbs was there as well. However, the play is good for about 13 yards and another 1st down. So 1st and 10 as they'll give it off as it comes to the runner comes this way as it's Echo Hawk as get flagged behind the play.
No, there's no flag.
So they did not call anything. Okay.
Yeah. I was saying that I almost expected it. It looked like almost a late hit out of bounds on Preston.
Echo Hawk gets 6, 2nd down and 4. As Contreras will run the play back in as Echo Hawk will go off toward the far sideline, taking his time to get off the field. As now he's off. 3 receivers to the far side as they give the ball to Christensen. Up the middle, breaks 1 tackle, breaks another tackle down inside the 5.
Strong runner.
27 yards all the way down to the 3. Tucker Hatch with the tackle. 1st and goal here for the Thunder from the 3-yard line. So an offset eye out of the shotgun as they'll give it back to Christensen again. Tries to bounce it outside, and he gets in. Touchdown. So it took just a couple of plays after the kickoff as they get it back in, and it's another touchdown for the Thunder. This a 3-yard run by Christensen. And they'll line up for the extra point.
Almost feels like it's routine for him tonight. Just cutting through and scoring.
Garrett Keller on to try the extra point. Out of the hole of Alex Wine. Snap, spot, and the kick is up, and it is good. And with just 34 seconds gone here in our minute 34 seconds, I should say, gone here in the third quarter, it's now 35-0. Pocatello on top. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back as the Indians will get the ball for the first time after this on this Braley Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian football.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
Everything's gone to Hatch so far.
As Hatch and Winder back to receive the kickoff of Garrett Keller. 35-0 is the score. And I'm not sure, but it looks like Preston may make a change at least for a play or two and go to Connor Thompson as he's standing with his chin strap buckled up on the sideline like he's going to come in with the number ones. As Keller gets under it well, it's going to come down to Hatch. Hatch has it at the 10, straight ahead, makes one move, tries to bounce it outside, and he's hit there. And making the tackle is Jonah Bruner. But Preston has the ball as they'll spot the ball at the, looks like about the 25-yard line was where they'll set this one down. As
First and 10 from the 25-yard line.
It is not Thompson, it's Carter Perry to come out and run the offense here to start the second half. Wants to throw, looking up the sideline, throws underneath, and it was almost picked off.
Yeah, it was close.
As just sitting on that was Bruner, just waiting for him to throw it, and just couldn't quite get there in time. But the pass fell incomplete, and it's second down.
Well, second down and 10.
So second and 10. Winder the setback. Twin receivers to the far side as Perry wants to roll that way, throws underneath, and this one is intercepted at the 45. Bring it back to the 40, spins away out of one tackle as it's Harrell who has it going down the far sideline, breaks one tackle, and finally Preston able to bring him down back at about the 18.
There's that throw that we've seen so much, especially last week, where Perry's underthrowing his receiver. It went right into the hands of a defender. Had he thrown it a little more muscle just down the field, Hobbs was wide open, but had nothing but pay dirt at the end of that.
That's the 11th interception of the year for Perry and the 23rd interception of the season overall for Preston quarterbacks. So first and 10, they spot the ball at the 20 as the Pocatello offense comes back on the field. So here comes Contreras back out to run the offense. Third quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. We have the parts that you need for your car. Keep it running strong. Stop in at 17 South State Street in Preston. Three receivers to the near side. They'll hand it to Echo Hawk. Bounces it outside, up the far sideline, trying to turn the corner. Stiff arms a man, but he's chased out of bounds as he gets down to about the 5-yard line.
Echo Hawk on the carry.
That'll move the chains and bring up first and goal.
Another Pocatello Thunder.
Oh, looks like they're marking at the 7.
Okay, well, that's a 13-yard gain instead of 15. And it's still first and goal from the 7. Again, three receivers to the near side. Give it back to Echo Hawk as Winder says, I'll have none of this, and shoots the gap and makes the tackle.
Yeah. You know, that's one sure thing about Winder, though. You know, he never gives up, and he'll try his best to get to the backfield the best he can. Whether he's running the ball or defending, you know, trying to find that tackler, and he'll bring him down one-on-one.
Second and goal as they lose a couple of yards back to the 10-yard line. Second down goal there for the Thunder, as again they'll send three receivers here to the near side. Contreras Again, the handoff back to Echo Hawk, bounces it back outside, far side of the field, and he's going to go 10 yards for the touchdown.
Too easy.
So a 10-yard run for Echo Hawk.
Oh, they said he stepped out, I guess. Wasn't a touchdown.
No, this it is. They're lining up for the extra point.
Oh, okay.
So it's a 10-yard run by Echo Hawk. Makes it 41-0 as they line up for the extra point. Keller. The snap, kick is up, and it is good. And it's 42-0 with 8:21 to play here in the third quarter. We'll again take a timeout. Back to the kickoff after this on this Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian football.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs through Mutual of Enumclaw. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
KACH.
So 42-0. Pocatello leading handily here with 8:21 to play here in the third, as waiting for the Thunder to come back out to kick the ball back into play. As the Indians out there waiting the kick with Winder and Hatch back deep to receive the kickoff. As Keller will back up, waiting for the white hat to blow the ball back into play, and he does. And he'll come forward, and the kickoff is hard and deep right down the middle. In fact, because this time Hatch lets it go, and it's going to go in and out of the end zone, as it'll be a touchback, and it'll bring the ball back out to the 20. Now, I was going to ask you something here, and I made an observation. I was at practice this week, and Carter Perry was there getting ready for practice, putting his shoulder pads on, and all he had on was the cutoff T-shirt like they normally wear underneath their shoulder pads.
Right.
And I made the comment to one of the coaches, and I said, you can really see that he missed a summer in the weight room. Even though he's a freshman, right, he's still fairly undersized and could have used the summer in the weight room, as he gives it to Winder, and Winder gets it forward for about 5 or 6 yards. Then it'll bring up second down. Unfortunately, the summer that he had to spend going through chemotherapy, that time that he spent in the hospital room would have done him a whole lot of good in the weight room.
Well, and I'm sure going through what he went through with chemo, you don't eat like you could, and getting all the necessary food groups in you. So, to put on some weight. He could definitely use some weight, but he's got the talent.
Again, another inside handoff goes to Winder. Winder gets a couple of more and bring up third down and 2. So third down coming up here. Winder now with 67 yards rushing on the game. Third down and a couple. And slides in motion as they jumped, and they weren't going to call it, but then they did at the last minute. So it's an offsides against Pocatello, and that's going to give Preston a first down. So it's the third time they've gotten the Pocatello defense to jump and come across and pick up a first down. That'll move the sticks, and it's 1st and 10 Indians at their own 33.
We've got a very deep hole dug here, down 42-0, but what could really pick these boys up is a touchdown. Something's getting across the goal line.
It's just something positive to happen for them as they'll flip it outside as it comes to Harris, and Harris dropped it.
It's incomplete.
Harris tried to pull it in and turn and run before he had complete control of it, and just had it roll right out of his hands, and it falls incomplete, and to bring up second down.
He can't call that a catch.
Pass incomplete,
As so second down and 10. Oh, my gosh. They send two receivers to the far side. They'll give it back to Winder again. Tries the right side and then tries to cut it back up. But cutting through and grabbing him by the ankles was Andrew Millward. As if you'd be able to drag him down. Very short gain. Third down and call it a long 8.
You know, our offense and defensive line is really struggling tonight against Pocatello. It's like they're bringing that extra man through the line, and they're keying on the runner, getting where the ball is, and it seems like they're not even touched before they hit him and tackle him. And on offense, they're moving us right out of the way and giving them big gains.
Wants to throw, throws it up the sideline, throws into double coverage, and now the flag comes out as the pass was intended for Schumann, and a couple of different flags come out, and this should be pass interference.
Defensive pass interference.
Remember, that's not a spot foul. It would just be 15 yards, but it would be an automatic first down.
15-yard penalty. The result will be a first down.
So they'll move the sticks. 15 moves it up to the 48. Would be a first down there for the Indians.
First and 10 from the 48.
All right, next move, get across the 50.
There's something positive that happens. Now go out and make something happen with that. As it comes to Winder. Winder wants to throw on a double pass. He's got a man wide open.
Coulter.
It's Coulter down the sideline. They bring him down from behind, but it's down to about the 8-yard line.
Yeah, Winder was a quarterback, so he can throw the ball. That was a great call. That was something we needed to see from the Preston offense.
That's a 44-yard pass play.
First and goal for Preston.
Yeah, I like to see Coulter be successful out there. I got to work with him out the golf course. He's a good young man.
That's the first time that we've seen Carson Winder throw a pass since the Lakeland game,
yeah,
the opening game of the
first
year.
Week, yeah.
So first and goal for the Indians. As the handoff, as running it, I'm not sure if Perry kept on a keeper, as you get the ball down inside to about the 4, maybe the 3.
Second and goal, Preston.
That was an interesting play. We haven't seen that, and Perry showed some power through there. Great job by the line on that one.
So they'll keep it and give it back to to Winder again.
No, Perry kept it.
As Keller gets off the bottom of the pile, gets down to about the 1.
Number 7, Jax Romero in on the tackle. It's
Third down and goal for the Indians. Devin Pitcher into the game. The little guy lines up in the slot right. Winder out of the direct snap, puts his head down and puts it in.
That's what we asked for, a little bit of momentum here for the Indians to come back a little bit, show some life.
Well, Winder with a 1-yard run. Now, what are they going to do? They have to go for 2 here because I'm not sure that the kicker, Swainston, is going to be able to come in and play. In fact, they have somebody else who's going to come in and put down the kicking pad. Who is this?
20.
Is that 21? I can't see the number.
28.
28 is Schumann. The snap, Schumann's kick is up. Got to get there in a hurry, and it's off the crossbar. No good.
It didn't quite, not enough up.
So Preston gets on the board, the 1-yard run by Winder, and then the extra point attempt comes up just short. And with 3:35 to play here in the third quarter, it's 42-6 as the Thunder continue to lead. Timeout on the field. We'll come back to the kickoff coming up right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com. KACH, mylocalradio.com.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs through Mutual of Enumclaw. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
KACH. KACH.
Byram Rawlings will kick off here for the Indians after Swainston was shaken up on the last kickoff. Nice high, long kick comes down to about the 10-yard line. Echo Hawk drops it, able to pick it up. Now runs it right up the gut and runs right past everybody. Breaks it out to the far sideline. Cuts it back inside, and he's going to take it back 90 yards for the touchdown.
Cruz Harris tried to take an angle on him just before he went into the end zone, and he got a block on him. And
we got penalty markers back here around the 40-yard line. So I'm guessing the way the Pocatello offense is walking out of the field out toward the midfield stripe, it's going to come back.
There's a block in the back probably.
So should take the 90-yard touchdown run off the board as the official is talking to Coach Spillett. And so we get the indication here as he runs back over and is going to want to come over and talk to Coach Cunningham. It's pretty simple. We take the penalty or they get the 90-yard touchdown. As he's yelling something over to the Preston offense, and they're walking the ball all the way back. Officials standing with the ball at the 22-yard line. And I'm not sure if they're going to walk it back from there or if that's where the ball will be spotted. They're now talking again. As they're going to walk it back further than that.
Both against the returning team.
So an illegal block in the back against Pokey.
Unsportsmanlike.
And then unsportsmanlike. And sportsmanlike against Pocatello, and they're going to enforce both of them.
Yeah.
So a 10-yard step off on the first penalty. That's the illegal block. And then half the distance to the goal on the unsportsmanlike, and it's going to take the ball all the way back to about the 6-yard line.
Yeah, because one was a live ball and one was a dead ball foul, so they mark them both off.
So 1st and 10 Pokey, and instead of a 90-yard TD return, they're 94 yards away from pay dirt. 3:13 to play here in the third, 42-6. As they'll go two receivers to each side. Contreras hands the ball off right up the middle. It's Echo Hawk. Bounces it outside again. Still on his feet. And now he's going to run right down the sideline again. And instead of the touchdown on the kickoff, he's going to go 94 here for the touchdown.
I'm going to point something out here. We had a lot of new numbers out there on the field. A lot of our starters are on the sideline. They're trying to give the younger kids, I guess, or the underclassmen chance here. But he just outran everybody.
94-yard touchdown.
Now they identify the ball carrier as Christensen for the touchdown. 94 yards for the score. As they'll line up here for the extra point once again as Keller will come back out. 48-6, make it 49-6 as the kick is up, and it is good. So with a bunch of reserves in on defense there on that series, Christensen goes 94 for the score. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back here once again here to Pocatello with Preston trailing 49-6. We'll be right back.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Whether you're an athlete looking to treat strained or sore muscles, a multitasking mom seeking balance, or just looking to boost your mood and nutrition, Butterfly Express is here for you. Experience the soothing scents and holistic benefits that cater to both your body and mind with our wide selection of essential oils, herbs, and supplements. And the best part is, unlike other big brand companies, Butterfly Express is affordable and local. Visit us in Clifton or explore our collection online at butterflyexpress.shop and use the promo code KACH10 for 10% off all regularly priced items. Quality doesn't have to be expensive. Butterfly Express Essential Oils.
So Keller to kick again for Pocatello. Hatch and Winder back deep. As the kick is got offsides on the kickoff, it's going to come back. As whistle blew immediately. And it'll be an offside on the kick against Pocatello. That'll move them back 5. So the kicker, Keller, stand there, just kind of throws his hands up like, seriously, we can't stay on side on a kickoff. So they'll line up and do it all again. Looking down on the bench, we have found Kerry Swainston. He has a knee wrapped in ice, and he does not have a helmet, so it's pretty obvious he will not return tonight.
And like I was saying, he's a big part of our team. His kicks are.
He'd only missed one extra point all year.
Yeah.
And he had not tried a field goal. As again, they'll kick it right down the middle, as that's going to come again right over the head this time of Hatch and in and out of the end zone. And Preston will get it again at the 20. What did you say the score of the Utah State game was?
28-17.
As Fresno State with an 11-point lead in the third quarter. As Princeton will have it 1st and 10.
Haven't heard about Westside. Maybe James can tell me how.
Well, let's see. How about 58 seconds left in the third? Westside 28, Aberdeen 16 is the last report that we have.
Yeah, they've come on. Aberdeen's come on a little bit.
So here's the Preston offense back on the field. 49-6, Preston trails. Perry remains at quarterback as it's Iverson in at the running back spot as he gets the handoff and gets him dropped immediately as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards and it'll bring up 2nd down and 12.
Got to hear his name, Connor Iverson.
Like you said, they're bringing in a bunch of other folks who don't normally get a chance to play. Let them get a taste of this rivalry type atmosphere. Thank you. Iverson remains in at setback. They give it back to him. He runs straight ahead. This time he picks up positive yardage. They open up a pretty good hole for him right over the center. As Iverson able to pick up positive yardage that time. As he gets about 5 yards, the 3 yards that he lost, and now 2 back the other way. Clock runs. We're down inside 2 minutes here in the third. With 1:50 left on the clock. Devin Pitcher back into the game. Perry's coming to the sideline.
Got Winder in the quarterback position.
They got Winder in at quarterback. But they're going to go 4 wides. But is Winder going to try to run the ball? Or are they going to let him try to throw? And either way, Preston's going to call a timeout, make sure they got their signals straight with 1:23 left in the quarter. Take another timeout on this Bailey Beckstead presentation of Preston Indian football. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
105.5 FM, KACH.
Hi, we're Braden and Brittany Smith with Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency.
We're Preston proud and Idaho strong.
Hi, I'm Jan Stone with Northern Title of Preston, and we are Preston proud, Idaho strong.
Hi, I'm Bill Chambers from North Stars Ultimate Outdoors, and we are Preston proud and Idaho strong.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Larson. I'm with HK Auto, and we are Dayton proud and Idaho strong.
We're Preston proud, Idaho strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
So it remains 3rd down and 9 here for the Indians as Winder's not at quarterback. Now they bring Thompson in, and Thompson fumbles the snap, has to spin out of the way, and throws it up for grabs, and it's caught there by the Indians as it's Wilson to make the catch.
No gain there.
But it's would be a short game and still be short of the 1st down and bring up 4th down. 4th down at about 3. Austin Wilson with his first catch in the last couple of weeks. And it'll bring up 4th down as Winder will probably kick this one away, but this is back deep here in Preston territory.
Cutter Stuckey back to receive the punt.
Cutter Stuckey back to receive as he stands inside his own 45. And the snap, the kick, end over end. Stuckey looking at it, hits at the 40, and bounces right to him at the 35. Makes one move, breaks the tackle, still on his feet to the 45, now up to the 50, 45, 40 of the Indians, and finally run out of bounds.
4 missed tackles on that run back.
No flags on the play. The way Stuckey was running, I thought maybe Huff had gotten him by the face mask a little bit as his head kind of got turned. But I don't see any flags on the play, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Thunder at the Preston 40-yard line. It's 18 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter.
Long quarter.
As it looks like they're going to go to a different quarterback here as Jeff Merchling comes in late from the bench and looks like he's going to take over at quarterback. Also, or Jeff Meckling is how they'll pronounce it. Tyson Harrell back at the running back spot. They give it to Harrell. Harrell's going to get a short gain. Gets up to about the 36-yard line, 37. So a gain of 2 or 3. And that's the way the 3rd quarter will end. We're done with 3. Pocatello leads the Preston Indians by a score of 49-6. We'll go to the 4th quarter when we come back on this Bailey Beckstead presentation of Preston Indian football, coming up right after this.
KACH.
If you haven't been to Woodward's Country Store lately, you are missing out. As proud supporters of Westside and Preston High School athletics, we're here to fuel your day and support our wonderful community. Fill up your tank, grab a delicious sandwich, and get everything you need for life's little adventures. Woodward's Country Store, where convenience meets quality and community spirit.
Looking for unique ideas to promote your business? How about something for that special gift, celebration, team sport, vacation, or family outing? DeMarie's Vinyl Designs can design and produce items for any occasion, male or female, with the highest quality merchandise and procedures that will not fade, peel, or wear out. Check out her store on Etsy at etsy.com/shop/DeMarie's Vinyl Designs. Well, we'll start the 4th quarter here from Lookout Field here in Pocatello with the Thunder leading 49-6 as Preston with a bunch of different guys in on defense here. And now Pocatello starting to run some different guys in there for themselves as well with a 43-point lead as we start the 4th quarter as their new quarterback, Jeff Meckling, will start the 4th. 2nd down and 6 as the missed handoff is a fumble as Merrill's there and Merkling is there. Let's see who's going to fall on the fumble as I think it'll be Merkling who gets it back. It'll bring up 3rd down and full 10 yards again. So Pokey able to fall on the fumble and it'll bring up 3rd down back at the Preston 40-yard line. So we look forward to next week as Preston will go down to play at Snake River against the Panthers. And it's very simple, according to the numbers at least. You hope this game doesn't damage their rating too much to where at least they can come up with a win next week. They would finish the season at 4-5, and that might be good enough to get them an at-large bid for the postseason. as the throw's almost
picked off.
Almost picked off. Is coming over to make the play. Caden Latham couldn't quite get there, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now, of course, that means you're going to have to play the number 1 or number 2 team. So you're going to either have a trip to Bishop Kelly, or you're going to go up to play Hillcrest.
I'll stay home. No, I'm just teasing.
So 4th down and 10.
Cordell back to punt.
As Cordell back to punt. Here for Pocatello, Carson Winder goes back and stands at about his own 5-yard line. As they're going to change the long snapper here at the last minute. As Jordan Austin goes back over to the sideline. As the snap, the kick is end over end. It'll hit about the 15. Winders yells everybody to get away from it. Takes a positive roll for the Thunder, and they'll down it inside the 5-yard line at the 4. So Preston has it there at the 4-yard line as the offense will come back out on the field. As Winder, I think, was kind of begging to play quarterback, but as they look down there, as they're talking on the sideline, Carter Perry walks back out on the field and see if he's going to be able to come back in and start to run the offense again.
We do have a running clock.
As they've gone to a running clock here now in the 4th quarter. 43-point lead for the Thunder. As Perry, indeed, will come back in and play quarterback again. He stands in his own end zone. Man in motion here to the near side. That's Hobbs, lines up in the slot as they give it to Winder. Winder gets out of the end zone, gets back out to about the 5. So it'll be a short game, maybe a yard. And bring up 2nd down and 9.
Winder on the carry. Pickup of a yard. It's 2nd down.
They've shown flashes of good this year. I mean, there's positive there to work on and to build on. But the important thing is you ran into a superior team, a 3rd-ranked team in the state, both in the coaches and media poll here tonight in Pocatello. The key is not to let that get too far into their head and affect them for next week.
Yeah, and they had big hopes for tonight. I think that's why they're so far down on themselves, is because they did have big hopes that they'd be able to be competitive tonight. So, keep your heads up, keep playing, play hard. It's never over till it's over.
Winder gets another yard, bring up 3rd down and 7. Clock continues to run down to 8:07 to play in the game. As now here comes Connor Thompson into the game on 3rd down as Carter Perry comes back to the sideline. So Thompson comes in to play quarterback. Winder stands on his shoulder. Now he wants to throw. Throws it up the sideline. He's got a man there, but it's just a hair too long. Tried to go deep to get it to Cruz Harris, and just a little bit too deep, and it'll bring up 4th down.
There's a little bumping going on down the field between Harris and number 17 for Carl West for Pocatello. But, again, they're just letting them run the clock out and play. They're not. I'll bet you we don't even see a flag the rest of this quarter.
So Winder will punt. He'll hit it from about his own goal line, and Stuckey goes back and stands just short of the 45. Line drive kick by Winder comes to Stuckey. He has it at the 47. Man slip of it's a block in the back as Hatch goes down as Stuckey gets all the way back to about the 24-yard line. But this is going to come back.
Yeah, it's going to go back.
Have that block in the back.
15 from that flag where he laid it. So
it's the flag laying at the 39-yard line. So it's going to be about back into Pocatello territory. Right about midfield. So that's where the ball will move back, and that's where the Thunder will put it back into play. As the clock runs, we're under 6.5 to play now.
47.
They'll set it down at the 49-yard line. So next week at Snake River, 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff. And fortunately for Preston, even though Snake River is a 3A team, that's not a team they've had an easy time with either.
Right. Snake River's done very well over the years. Of course, they lost. I think Spillett came from Snake River, didn't he?
I don't know. Meckling at quarterback, hands it off as the handoff goes to Moore. Maddox Moore runs it over on the far side and gets brought down as he gets across the 40 to the 39.
Maddox Moore with the carry. Tackled by number
Maddox Moore, who I think was the quarterback last year, was he not?
What's that?
Wasn't Maddox Moore the quarterback last year?
Yeah.
For Pocatello, as he gets unseated by Dryson Contreras, who is a senior this year as well. First down, moves the chains. As Meckling again, just letting the clock run. As looking at the official get down, starts the 5 count. As they'll start the snap, they let the play clock go as far as they can. As the handoff, as getting spun around in the backfield and brought down.
I don't see the wisdom
as Maddox Moore again on the carry, loses a couple of yards. Second down and 12, as we're down to about 4.5 to play.
Other than not giving Preston the ball back, I can't see them counting the clock down on possession. It's a running clock, so they're gonna.
Well, you still only have 30 seconds to get the snap off.
Right. But why use it?
Well, why bother running a play? Just stand there for the next 4.5 minutes and let the clock run out.
Yeah, that's true.
So second down and 13, as Meckling rolling here to the left side, kind of pulls the ball down, tucks it away, and picks up about 4 or 5 yards. As still be well short of the first down and bring up third down and about 8. It's about a 6-yard gain with 3:50 to play. So Pocatello has been pretty much in the top 10 or top 5 all year, both in the coaches and media poll, even though they've only played 5 games. Remember we were talking about at the beginning of the game, that they had the one game that was canceled because of travel problems I'm trying to remember who it was, and I don't remember, that they had the game canceled against. They didn't get here until like almost 9 o'clock at night. And by the time they would have let the team warm up and play, as they let the clock delay a game, as they'll move it back 5 yards and still repeat third down as there's 3 minutes left.
It just runs the clock. So,
and they ended up canceling the game because it would have been 10 o'clock at night before they would have played, and the bus driver would have been over his 8-hour limit of driving time for the day by the time they got back to and I want to say they came here for the Boise area, Twin Falls area.
Twin Falls area, yeah. I think it was Canyon Ridge or something like that.
They would have been over their time limit. They would have had to bring in a second bus driver, so he finally said just bang it, and they went home. Third down and 13. Handoff, as handoff will get back up to about the 35-yard line again. Kennan Anderson on the carry, and it'll bring up fourth down as we're down to 2:10 to play. They have one game left next week. Preston playing next week at Snake River. Pocatello goes on the road next week as they have their crosstown rivalry game with Century next week back over at Century High School.
And I think you're going to see about the same type of game as you saw here tonight.
I think you most definitely will. I mean, you have 3 receivers left here for the Thunder, as Preston jumps offside and gives them 5 yards.
And another minute on the clock, off the clock.
As the clock will continue to run, after they get the ball spotted, they won't have to snap the ball now until under less than a minute to go in the game. But for the Indians, it'll be back on the bus, back on the practice field next week. Try to figure out how to continue to improve and get ready for Snake River next week. As long as their max preps rating doesn't slip too much, a win next week likely would put them into an at-large situation to get into the playoffs. But they'd have to win over the Panthers. Handoff is again handed off into the backfield as the ball carrier Kenan Anderson is spun around, as that'll turn the ball over on downs. The Indians get the ball back with 35 seconds left to go in the game. So Preston will come out, they'll run one play, and the game will be over.
They'll probably just kneel down. Why even?
Yeah, just kneel down on it. Why bother? 49-6. Pocatello leads by 43 as the offense walks back on the field. The way they're walking on the field, they're not even going to get this play off.
No.
As of 13 seconds, the officials kind of help things out by kicking the ball around a little bit. 7 seconds to play. As they do run the play, they hand off to Winder. Carson kind of bounces it up inside, gains about 3 or 4 yards as the horn sounds, and this one is over as Pocatello wins it, as they've beaten the Indians now 18 of the last 20 overall on the year. As the final score here tonight, it's Pocatello 49, Pocatello 6. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with a post-game show right after this. Stay with us. Today's game is brought to you by Beckstead Real Estate, the real estate experts for Franklin County and beyond. Day Mountain Ranch, relax, retreat, recharge. Crumbl Cookies, bringing friends and family together over the world's best cookies. Magnolia Road, ladies, stop in and update your wardrobe today. Puppy Steps Training, Northern Utah and Southern Idaho's premier board and puppy training facility since 2011. Butterfly Express Essential Oils in Clifton, where quality doesn't have to be expensive. West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce in Preston. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. I Care for You, not just a name, but a commitment. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, we have all the parts you need to keep your car running strong. Naylor Insurance, your local agent for home, health, life, and auto. North Stars Ultimate Outdoors, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial Partners, when planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston and now in Pocatello. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Now, stay tuned. The Ralph's Construction postgame show is coming up next.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but confused where to even begin the process? Come to the most trusted and longest established real estate group in Franklin County with Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team.
We've been a proud part of this community since 1979 when my dad, Scott Beckstead, began here in Preston. Since our founding, we've come to know the importance of honesty and promoting a community of giving back. Contact me, Bailey Beckstead, and our team at Beckstead Real Estate for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
North Stars Ultimate Outdoors is the best provider of power sport vehicles right here in downtown Preston. Vehicles and equipment from brand names that you know and trust, like Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. Stop in and let us get you ready for your next adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts, 777 North State Street, Preston. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap the just completed game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at what's ahead for the Preston teams. The postgame show is brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building quality designer homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. For more information, call 435-232-1837. Welcome back here to the postgame show, back here at Lookout Field. As the Thunder win it by the final score of 49-6, John, I think you can wrap this game up into 3 words: size, depth, and experience.
Yeah, exactly. We were definitely outmanned, but a very talented Pocatello team. I mean, everyone did their job on their side of the ball tonight. Their line was impressive. Their backs were fast. And yeah, they just got the job done.
It was senior night here in Pocatello. They introduced 28 seniors before the game tonight. I'm not sure Preston has 28 players on their roster.
That's probably a close to true statement there, because we're just definitely outmanned by Pocatello. And like you said, they're a bigger school, but hey, you know what? They're still in our classification. We still have to fight them. So. Yep. We go with what we got.
49-6, the final. We'll come back, get some final thoughts from John as we continue right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837. It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
All right, 49-6 the final, and before we say goodnight here, John, let's get a couple of final thoughts from you about this game. In a way, it's kind of spun out of hand here for the Indians.
Well, it was kind of like a go-kart against a Shelby. tonight. You know, we just couldn't find a gas pedal to go on and couldn't get it downfield. We were in the red zone 3 times tonight, and we scored on one of them. Winder was able to score on one. But yeah, it's Pocatello's. I was kind of worried about their standing coming in with a 3-2 record, and we were a 2-3 or 2-4 record, and yeah, we just couldn't get anything going against them. They played a very strong game tonight. Pocatello did.
So that'll wrap up things for tonight. We'll take you back to the studio here in just a moment. Before we do, I want to remind you that next week Preston will be back out on the road, play the final regular season game of the year as we'll head down to Snake River to take on the Panthers. Pregame show next Friday night at 6:30, kickoff at 7, and we will talk to you then with the executive producer of Preston Indian Sports on KACH is Val Cook. The associate producer is Cody Olson. John Beverly, our studio engineer tonight. And from here at Pocatello, for John Beverly, I'm Dan Hubbard. Thanks for listening. As I remind you, the final score once again, as Pocatello puts one on the Indians tonight, winning by the final score of 49-6. From here at Pocatello, have a good night, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.